Hello everyone. Thank you for visiting this video and let me just start through. First things first, I was supposed to do this video on 11th June, but today is 10th July and I mean now that I think about it, it is very sad that I took a delay of a month. So yeah, I just guess if procrastination is something that you think you have also suffered with, we are all in the same boat. So yeah, let me just start now. First, who am I? And yeah, so my name, I am anonymous. Why, you may ask? It is just that I don't feel that my name currently bears a lot of weight, and I think I still need to make a name for myself, and I have to achieve that. Now, yeah, I am 30 years old and I'm an engineer, an MBA, an ex aspirant, and also a current aspirant of the UPSC CSE exam. Ex because I attempted earlier in 2017 and 2018, and now I again gave an attempt in 2015. I am also a student of Shivin sir, Atish Mathur sir, Pallavi Saxena ma'am, Mudit Jain sir, and Kaval Baveja sir. I follow all of them thoroughly, and yeah, just a heartfelt gratitude towards them. And yeah, honestly, this YouTube channel has also been an inspiration from Shivin sir only. So thank you again, Shivin sir. And why this YouTube channel, you may ask? Yeah, the first thing, it's loneliness. With respect to the preparation, I mean, thing here is there is no one actually to talk to when it comes to the exam. And when I say talk to, I am talking in terms of the technical aspects. अब समझो जैसे if I have to study polity and there are some technical things in polity, then there's no one really to connect with that. Sorry, I'm stuttering a bit because this is my first video and I'm kind of nervous. So yeah, coming back, I've started this channel because I want to voice out my thoughts, definitely with respect to, in general, how I feel, and also with respect to my preparation. And I feel this is another way of just extending my accountability towards myself only, but in a different way, I guess. And yeah, like I said, I am an engineer, I am an MBA, and then I've already prepared this exam earlier in 17 and 18, and now again in 25. So I think I have a few good inputs that might help me and also my other fellow aspirants. And these are pretty much the things that I would tell to my younger self or my younger brother if I had one, brother or sister. And yeah, and it's kind of a self active recall as well. It helps me also to, maintain my accountability, maintain my flow of studying. So that's that. Now, what will this YouTube channel contain? The first one is my approach to subjects. Let me tell you that I feel that my approach is pretty good. The only problem that I face is revision. And then, yeah, the biggest one is procrastination. I think this exam really needs you to push through. Sorry, the spelling is wrong. जो भी है यार, procrastination. Yes. So yeah, so my approach to the subjects, my analysis of the subjects, and this analysis comes from a plethora of experiences that I've had, plus the kind of analytical work experience that I've had maybe, and how I plan to study the topics and themes further. Yeah, this also, and then how I would remember a topic or an area or a particular theme. Say for example, when I say a theme, I am just trying to tell you, say national income accounting, this is a complete theme, a whole chapter, right? So how I would follow this. Usme if there is a particular area, say GDP, or basically something like, what do I say, yeah, say something like balance of payments, that is one whole area under the theme. And then when it comes again in the balance of payments, a topic, I would, how I would remember these is something that I want to share. And yeah, my exam experiences, this is mainly for 2025, the prelims that I gave. So yeah, about that. And my other prelims as well, yes, why not. So yes, that is that. Now first, like for anyone who's watching this, I'm pretty sure you must already be knowing all of this, but let me just cover all of these again. So this is some for someone who does not know anything, and who wants to understand the basics of this exam, the pattern and everything around it. But I would strongly suggest that you do go through the notification. Okay, every notification of UPSC, it has the whole detailed structure of the exam, so that helps a lot. Detailed structure plus the syllabus, and yes, the PYQs, this is a very important aspect again. So exam basics, the first stage is prelims, the second stage is mains, the third one is interview. And then after we look through the whole thing, we'll understand what are the different subjects that this one has. Prelims. Now prelims, the things that we need to understand are, or for the whole exam, I would say, the first one is exam structure. Then there is, the marks, and then the difficulty. The problem with difficult, I think it's not just difficulty, it's also the ambiguity. Okay, the paper for prelims especially seems to have different kind of approaches every year. Now 2023, the paper had a lot of only 1, 2, 3, 4 type questions. And then 2025, which was again a different kind of paper altogether, it had statement 1, 2 and 3, and statement 2 and 3 explain statement 1, so stuff like that. So I think more than the difficulty, the ambiguity of the paper is also increasing, both in terms of the questions being asked and also in terms of the options being mentioned there. So yeah, now coming to prelims exam structure, it has two papers. One is the GS paper, the other one is CSAT. Both of them have 200 marks, but the GS one has 100 questions with plus 2 marks, and then minus 0.67 for every negative one. CSAT is a qualifying paper, and I think for this it's just that you need to have 27 net questions correct. So basically 66 marks is what you need to get. On the safer side, I would say for every paper that you do, make sure you get above 75, and yeah, you're good. So that is about the prelims. Coming to the mains exam, mains has a total of 9 papers. It has GS papers, GS 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it has optional papers, optional paper 1, optional paper 2. It has language papers, which are again 2. One is English, the other one is a regional language. It can be any regional language, and there is a list of the regional languages mentioned in the notification. So yeah, you can refer that. And then there is the essay paper. I would actually write essay here, GS plus essay. So this is 5, this is 2, and this is 2. Total of 9. Now each paper here has 250 marks, and language papers are both qualifying, so they are not counted in the final mark sheet marks that you have, but they still need to be qualified, and the other papers are 250 each. So yeah, that is that. Interview, this is for 275 marks, and this is the third stage of the exam. Now I don't think there's a lot of point to talk about the interview, because I mean, these two are the biggest hurdles that people are not able to get through. Once you get through the interview, like to the interview, your chances of clearing the exam automatically bump up to 50%. But here, like, the percentage is very low, the probability is very low. So yeah, coming to the subjects, What I think is we will go through the other parts of the video first and then come back to this area. Okay. So yeah, now see, I've taken the screenshot from the 2024 notification for the 2025 exam. So actually this is a 2025 notification only. Yeah. So preliminary exam, part A, paper 1, 200 marks, duration 2 hours. See, current events of national and international importance. Okay, so basically this is current affairs. History of India and Indian national movement. See, thing here is, it says history of India, which covers ancient and medieval India, and then Indian national movement, which is kind of modern history. Okay, so yeah, that. Then Indian and world geography, physical, social, economic geography of India and the world. This is a simple line, kind of complicated, but this line has a lot of detail in it. This also applies to the previous line as well. But see, basically what they are saying is physical geography, social geography, economic geography. It basically covers all these three subjects. This is your geographical concepts, this is your society, stuff like that, something like, say, literacy rate, or something like fertility rate, total fertility rate, everything like that, something related to society. And then there is economic geography. Basically, you can say economics and how the world is connected in terms of geography and economy. Then there is polity and governance. This is basically constitution, and this is not limited to constitution. This is also uh, basic legal knowledge also. The reason I tell this now is because if you look at the questions from 2023 till 2025, a few questions that have come in the exam are kind of not exactly polity related questions, but more of legal aspect questions. So yeah, that. And then it says political system, panchayati raj, public policy, rights issues, etc. See, this is the problem. When it says etc., it basically can cover anything under the sun. Same is with economic and social development, sustainable development, poverty, inclusion, demographic, social sector initiatives. Now, see, the thing is, this is kind of ambiguous. Like, it basically covers everything. And then there is environment, ecology, biodiversity, climate change that do not require subject specialization. Honestly speaking, they do require subject specialization. Look at all the previous year questions from not just 2020. 3, 4, or 5, but 2018 also. Like, start from here, you will see that the depth of the subject is increasing. So yeah, this is not basic economics, basic environment or stuff like that. It kind of requires some higher level of studying. Okay, if you think कि 12th and 12th तक की NCERTs पढ़ लोगे and it'll cover everything, no, definitely no. So yeah, we'll come back to this again in a different video. I'm definitely going to make a video in detail about everything. So yeah, that this is GS. The whole paper here is GS. This is CSAT. Honestly, this is kind of like the first time I'm actually reading the whole CSAT syllabus. Interpersonal skills including communication skills, logical reasoning, decision making, mental ability, basic numeracy. Okay, class 10th level, data interpretation chart. Okay. All of this. Yeah, see, qualifying marks is 33%. Questions will be of multiple choice, objective, and it is mandatory for candidate to appear on both papers of civil services prelim. Yeah. Now, see, the thing with CSAT is similar to CAT. I mean, this is how I approached the CSAT paper always. It is similar to CAT, but way less technical than CAT, is what I used to think. But if you look at the last 5 years papers, okay, from 2020 onwards till 2025, the CSAT toughness has been increasing. Okay, and like, it is very important that you have not just quant skills, your math skills, but you also have proper English skills also, because I've seen the papers in the last 3 years, and yeah, like, you need to have a good grip on RCs, because your quant is kind of getting I would say not as tough as cat, but on the same lines as cat. Okay, I've given cat, so I'm telling you that the quant is kind of getting too tough now. Same goes with RCs also. The ambiguity of the questions, the confusing options that they give is kind of getting on the tougher edge. And not just this, 2025 paper, they had they had multiple options in CSAT RCs also. So yeah, it is getting kind of tough. So important to note that. So this is your prelims. Now this is mains, okay? See, this is GS1, but it is paper 2. So basically paper 1 is essay. I suggest that you pause this video and actually read all of this. It will really help. And reading the syllabus is half game, half the rules here, because this is what makes you understand ki acha, this is the boundary, or this is kind of the box that UPSC wants us to jump into. So see, GS1 is Indian Heritage and Culture, History and Geography of the World and Society. Now, I would this is the whole line, but to classify this subject, I would say ancient and medieval art and culture. This is one aspect. Then there is world history. This is the second aspect. Then there is geography, the third aspect. Then there is society. These are the components of the paper 1, GS paper 1. Now again, within this there are a few subcomponents also. Now geography, it will have two different things. The first one is physical geography and the second one is human geography. Okay, so yeah, let's just dive into this. See, Indian culture will cover the salient aspects of art forms, literature, architecture, basically art and culture. Modern history from middle to this. So basically modern history. Freedom struggle, again freedom struggle. Post independence and consolidation and reorganization within the country. Okay, from 1947 to say 1991 maybe. History of the world, important. 18th century, industrial revolution, world wars, redrawal of national boundaries, colonization, decolonization, political philosophies like communism, capitalism, socialism, etc. See, whenever UPSC mentions etc., it's like a bouncer. You have to be careful there. Then salient features of Indian society, diversity of India. Yeah, this one, society. Then role of women's organizations, population associated issues, poverty development issues, urbanization, problems and remedies, effects of globalization on Indian society. Okay, social empowerment, communalism, regionalism, secularism. So if you look at it, all of this is basically history. Okay, see, we are in 2025, right? Anything that happened in 2024 is also kind of history only, na? So यहाँ पे everything is covered. This part is society. Okay, now comes geography. World's physical geography, salient features. Distribution of key natural resources across the world, including South Asia, Indian subcontinent, factors responsible for the location of primary, secondary, and tertiary sector industries in various parts of the world, including India. So this is physical geography. This is human geography, okay. And then important geophysical phenomena such as earthquake, tsunami, volcanic activity, cyclone, sea, etc. You know why is this etc. a problem? Because see, they have mentioned earthquake, tsunami, volcanic activity, cyclones, but etc. is also there, right? Now this etc. kind of covers your heat waves, okay, and then urban heat islands, stuff like this. This is current affairs. These are new things that we've been seeing. So this is also covered, and there were questions on these aspects. So it becomes tough for us to know, and that is why current affairs and linkage is important. Linkages are important here. Okay. So yeah, geographical features, location changes in critical geographical features, including water bodies, ice caps in flora and fauna, and the effects of such changes. Now, इतना बड़ा line इन्होंने लिखा है. You know, the best way to understand this line is by looking at the previous year questions. This will tell you कि okay, they've mentioned all of this, but what is the box within which they've been asking, or what is the area that they've been covering? So yeah, this is paper 1 plus essay. Okay, essay is not done. Sorry. No, essay is done. Sorry. This is GS paper 2. This is by far the lengthiest syllabus of UPSC. And see, it basically covers governance, constitution, polity, social justice, and international relations. And yeah, this is actually the broad area of this whole paper. Okay. Now, instead of reading all of this, I would suggest that you pause the video, go through the whole thing, but I will tell you the complete gist at the end. I mean, at the end of you pausing this video and then playing it again. See, the thing is, all of this is basically polity plus constitution. Okay, constitution, basically whatever is mentioned in the constitution, that. But the problem here is, it is not mere what is mentioned in the constitution. It is linkages and a analysis of all the topics. Okay, and to understand what I'm trying to tell you, we will look at this in detail, but you have to go through the previous year questions, okay, to understand what is that. Okay, done. Abhi yahan tak, that this is polity. Now this, see, the blue ones, okay, the blue ones are governance, and the pink ones are the constitution part. And then if you look at these two, this is federalism, if you look at it. Okay, and then coming to this part, see, all of this here, this is social justice. This again is governance. So the problem with paper 2's syllabus is, it's all over the place. Okay, so it is definitely advisable that you go through this syllabus again and understand it by yourself कि अच्छा ये areas इसमें है, and then ये ना बाकी के ये area अलग है करके. Okay, and then this part is IR. See, India and its neighborhood is one, India plus neighborhood, then bilateral, regional and global groupings. Okay, तो India plus non-neighbor type समझ लो, non-neighboring countries plus world groupings, and then effect of policies and politics of developed and developing countries on Indian interest. Diaspora, Indian diaspora is again an important topic. Important international institutions, agencies and fora, their structure and mandate. Okay, so the best way to understand every syllabus aspect is by PYQs. Like, I can't stress enough on this fact. Now, so this is GS2 done. Let's go to GS3. GS3 is basically economics, agriculture, science and tech, environment plus biodiversity, internal security and disaster management. Yes, this is pretty much the paper. And yeah, like I said, go through, like, pause this video, go through the whole syllabus that is mentioned here. It will take like 2 minutes, but do this, it's a great exercise. And then I will tell you the whole thing again. See, the thing here is, this is economy. Okay, all of this is agriculture. This again is economy only. Okay, and then this is science and tech, this is environment, this is internal security. So yeah, this is this. And then PYQs are your biggest weapon to understand the kind of questions that UPSC is asking. GS4 ethics, honestly, this is the syllabus. You can go through this, but questions that have been asked in the last 5 years also, or 2025 tak, I mean, I know that the exam hasn't completed, the mains exam, but I can tell you that there is no specific area that the question can be mapped to. Okay, everything is interlinked, especially in GS4. Every question is a ambiguous question, and you can answer, you can like mention it anywhere. They might have specific words like attitude, aptitude and all, but GS4 is such where you can't tell ki, okay, this is a specific line that this topic is from. So yeah, I mean, PYQs again. PYQs are your best source to understand the paper. Now coming as a summary, we have GS के लिए 4 papers, optional 2. See, optional is I think, yeah, all of you viewing this video might already know, but they have a list of optionals, and then you can take any one optional, 2 papers from that. Then language, 2 papers. So yeah, essay 1, I think, yeah, I've mentioned it here, no? So a total of 9 papers for mains. So now see the flow. This is very important. Okay, but first let me go back to this. The subjects. See, subjects that we had were, if you look at prelims and mains, and a common aspect of both of these, there are the big 4 subjects, which is history, geography, polity. Which one is the 4th one? Economics. ये 4 तो like this is common across the board. Then there are a few subjects that are specific to mains, I would say. Okay. Now, for example, governance, or for example, science and tech, or again, this is again common for both prelims and mains as well. Then there is, what would I say? Yeah, then there is internal security, specifically mentioned as a main subject. So there are different aspects here. See, mapping is also a subject now. Okay, your efficiency in both world and Indian map, both in terms like this is the 2 different areas, and this can be compared across different subjects. Okay, say for example, trade routes, history, geography, economics. Okay, your mapping, and yeah, international relations also, your mapping for the world and the Indian specific areas has to be great, because there are definitely 2-3 questions being asked that are specific to mapping only, and these are across physical geography, across international relations, different areas, current affairs basically. So yeah, now coming back to this part. See, GS1 has ancient medieval art and culture, modern history, freedom struggle, world history, physical geography, Indian geography, geographical phenomenon. Oh, sorry, I missed disaster management here. This one, sorry. This I missed. But yeah, so disaster management is again another thing. Okay, so yeah, society, and then human geography. GS2 has polity, governance, social justice, and IR. GS3 has economy, agriculture, science and tech, environment, disaster management, and internal security. Now see the linkage. This is something that I understood from the exam or from the syllabus per se. See, GS1 is more like your technical subject, okay? Technical subject, and this is more of on the paper कि अच्छा पहले क्या हुआ था, that is history. Physical geography, Indian geography, phenomenon, society, this is kind of, textbook stuff. And then if you look at application of all of this, that comes across GS2 and GS3. How do I say this? See, there is geographical phenomenon, okay? There is earthquakes, there is tsunamis, all of that. Then if this happens, that is covered in disaster management, right? So that is one. You know the geography of India. Don't you think that will help you in internal security and also in environment? Same goes with the physical geography concepts, okay? If you know, okay, अच्छा river ऐसे flow करता है, there is this river, and all of, basic stuff like that, don't you think this will help you both in economy and agriculture? Because then you'll be able to better understand the economics of different areas, of how industries are set up the way they are, stuff like that. And the basic framework, the legal framework that is there is covered in GS2, right? And then there is IR and social justice also here. सोसाइटी से लिंक करो सोशल जस्टिस को, ह्यूमन ज्योग्राफी को लिंक करो सोशल जस्टिस से. So yeah, and the questions that have been asked now, the PYQs that you look at, you will see that there's a drastic change from 2013 to say 2017, then 2018, say 2025. There's, like, you can see that the change is basically from fact based questions and straightforward questions to more analytical questions. Okay, it was already analytical before, now it's completely analytical, and there is a huge linkage. So yeah, this flow, understanding this flow is very, very important for the exam. Okay, so this is something that comes through, I would say, practice, and better, like keeping the PYQs in front of you all the time. And I would again suggest that you definitely go through the previous year questions and the notification again on your own. Okay, so yeah, that's that. And I think I've covered most of the areas that I wanted to cover in this video. For the next video, I will do a subject wise analysis and subject wise syllabus, everything. Okay, कि अच्छा, I am a student and how am I understanding this and what approaches I would take, what I'm already taking. Then yeah, my prelims experience, I will do a live solving of the paper. I'll also take key takeaways. So all of this I'll be covering. And yeah, this video, I didn't think it'll take 30 minutes, but time just flew by, I guess. So if you've still if you've stayed till this point, thank you. Thanks a lot. I know this is my first video. I've been a bit nervous. I fumbled between like a lot of times, but yeah, I had to push through. And today is the day I finally made this video. So thanks a lot if you're watching. And yeah, I trust me on this. I do have good insights which will help you and me in this journey. And yeah, thank you. And you might think, yeah, making this takes a lot of time. It does, but I think long run this will be helpful for me and you. So, and this is going to stay here anyways, so it's like a one time thing anyways. So thank you, and see you in the next video. Bye.